Okay, last time we did head attacks. This time we are going to defend ourselves with head parries. Let's take a look. If I'm right-handed, this is what parry number 5 looks like. Right here. Here's what it looks like from another angle. Notice I'm weight shifted back. Notice that the fort of my blade is directly above center line. As I mentioned in the previous video, that's where their target is. So I need to bring my fort there above center. I do not bring the middle of my blade or the foible above my head. I do not bring my hand above my head. I bring the fort above my head right there. Notice the true edge of the blade is pointing up. I'm not parrying with the flat of my blade. I'm not trying to parry with the false edge. I'm parrying with the true edge of the blade pointing up. My sword is usually going to be parallel to the ground. Some people like to parry like this, tilt it up a little. That's fine. You can do that. Okay, that allows, if their blade slides, it slides into your cross guard right there. I like to keep mine parallel because I don't want their blade going anywhere. So I just parry just like that. Notice that it is in front of my head and above my head. It needs to be both. If it is not above my head, it does not defend me. And my head could get hit, especially if my partner's not paying attention and is expecting to be parried, and they don't feel the parry, so they keep going down until they feel the parry, they hit my head before they hit the sword. So it needs to be above the head. It also needs to be in front of the head, because if it is on top of the head right here, then when they parry, it could knock the blade down into my head, especially if they go offline and attack over here. So keep it above and in front. However, I would also like you to notice that my hand is not fully extended. It's relaxed with a nice angle here. Okay, I'm not pushing it all the way up here. And often if you do that, especially if you are on film, you're not even going to be able to be seen. I have filmed so many student fight sequences where somebody will parry all the way up here and their sword will be out of the frame. We can't see it, it doesn't look good, we miss the entire moment. So, keep that shoulder relaxed, keep that arm bent, you just want it a few inches just above the head right there. Okay, that's parry 5. Now, we can also parry on the other side, right here. We're going to call this parry 9. So, this is parry 5, this is parry 9. This is also known as the muscle beach parry. Now, if you're in SAFD, you might hear parry 9 referred to as parry 9A. Because they don't like calling it parry 9, because parry 9 is a bit of an historical joke. Back in the days when these parries were being developed, there was no parry 9, and people would refer to a coward running away from a fight as being a parry 9. Like, oh, that coward just parried 9, meaning they peed their pants and ran away. We don't really make that joke anymore, so we're free to call this parry 9. But again, it's also known as the muscle beach parry because it looks like you're flexing your bicep to look really cool out on Muscle Beach. So this is parry 5, and this is parry 9. Both of them have the fort above the center line and have the true edge facing upwards. Now, getting back and forth between them is tricky. Let's take a look. First of all, let's get into parry 5. Let's say you've just done a parry 3, and now they're going to attack your head and you need to do a parry 9. You can't just do this, because if you do this, again, you're reaching up, grabbing their sword, and pulling it down towards you. And this is really dangerous, because now you're catching their blade in between your sword and your head. That is a place neither of you wants to be. You need to press the blade away from you. And so we're going to kind of do a Molinet movement here. We're going to drop the tip of the blade, we're going to bring it across the body, we're going to point the true edge up, and then we are going to lift the sword up. We call this going up the elevator. And whenever we parry 5 or 9, we have to go up the elevator. So if I'm here in 3, I drop the tip of the blade down, bring it across, point the true edge up, weight shift back, go up the elevator into parry 5, and now I have crossed my heart, and I am pushing their blade away from me instead of reaching up, grabbing it, and pulling it towards me. So we're pushing away. Now it also looks really cool because it's this big circular flourishing movement to get from 3, boom, to 5. It's so cool. Now you can also go from 5 to 9. So we're here in 5. What we do is we go down the elevator, We switch the tip of the blade to the other side, point the true edge up, weight shift back, go back up the elevator. Back to 5, we weight shift forward, go down the elevator, switch sides, go back up the elevator. Down the elevator, switch sides, up the elevator. Down, up, down, up. Okay, so that is the movements going from 5 to 9. Let's take a look at it from another angle and even from the other hand here. So here we've got parry 5. So I'll go from 3 to 5, down, 9, down, 5, down, 9, down, 5. Do it from another angle, right-handed. Start at 3, and up to 5, down, 9, down, 5, down, 9, down, 5. Okay, now for this video assignment, I've actually got a slightly complex exercise that I want to see you perform, where we put everything that we have done so far together. We're going to be doing fishing line cuts, around the body cuts, passing steps, weight shifts, Molinet head cuts, and head parries. And you're going to show me both halves of this exercise. So let me show you what it's going to be. And you're going to need some space to do this because you're going to be taking a total of 6 steps. So I'm going to start all the way here in the edge of the frame. You're probably going to want to get somebody to film this, do this outside, and have them pan the camera as you move across the space. I would like you to start left foot forward if you are right-handed. Start right foot forward if you are left-handed. I start by making eye contact. I'm going to go shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, head, head. Here's what it's going to look like. I weight shift back, pass forward, shoulder, around the body cut, pass forward, shoulder, round the body cut, pass forward, hip, round the body cut, pass forward, hip. Now I pull the blade through and I Molinet on my outside, pass forward, head cut. I lift the blade off of their sword, weight shift back, inside Molinet, pass forward, head cut. And now we're going to go back the other way. And we're going to parry, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, head, head. So I've been parried. I lift my blade off and down. I'm keeping my left shoulder open. That's what they're going to attack first. I'm still weight shifted forward as they prep their attack. I pass back, parry 4. Weight shift, pass back, parry 3. Weight shift, pass back, half counter parry 7. Weight shift, pass back, direct parry 2. And now they're going to do their head cuts. I'm going to weight shift forward. I'm going to go into parry 9 first. Parry 9. Weight shift forward, go down the elevator, cross sides, pass back, end, parry 5. Right there. That's the entire sequence. So you are starting off as the attacker. Passing forward, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, pull the blade through, outside Molinet head cut, inside Molinet head cut. Then we pass back and we parry, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, parry 9, parry 5. That is the exercise I would like you to see. I'll show it to you one more time from this angle. Left foot forward and weight shift on the attack and cut shoulder around the body, shoulder around the body, hip. Around the body, hip, pull through, outside Molinet, head, lift, inside Molinet, head. Now they're going to go back the other way. I lift my sword off, pass back, parry 4, direct parry 3, indirect parry 7, direct parry 2, weight shift, pass back, parry 9, down the elevator, pass back, up the elevator, parry 5. Okay. Let's take a look at that left-handed, shall we? Let's see if I can do this left-handed. So I'm starting right foot forward now. And weight shift back. Attack. Shoulder around the body. Shoulder around the body. Hip around the body. Hip. Pull it through. Now it's an inside lift, outside, oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't outside, this is inside. It was outside, now it's inside. And cut. Now we're going to pass back, parry 4, direct parry 3, weight shift, parry 7, indirect, half counter, half circular parry, weight shift, direct parry 2, weight shift, parry 9, down the elevator, switch sides, parry 5. Whew, that's the sequence, please. We've got one more video this week, and we're going to totally change gears and go into thrust attacks, which are much more efficient.